Good morning, and welcome to Broadneck High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. The students, teachers, counselors, and staff have worked extremely hard to plan a dignified commencement ceremony. To this end, we welcome you to support our graduating class in the following ways. Please stand for the senior class processional and remain standing for the national anthem performed by the class of 2021's Grace Barber. Please remain seated throughout the program, particularly when diplomas are being presented. The aisles must remain clear and pictures may not be taken from the standing aisles. A professional photographer will take pictures of each graduate as they receive their diploma. Parents and guests are not permitted on the track or turf field at any point during today's graduation ceremony. To allow our guests to hear the names of all graduates, please hold your applause until the final graduate's name has been called. Please be mindful of social distancing throughout the event by maintaining at least 4 feet of space between you and others outside of your household. Masks are optional for fully vaccinated individuals. Hand sanitizing stations are located throughout the stadium, and extra masks are located at the ticket booth. At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are not permitted on the field. Please proceed directly to your cars where your graduate will meet you. Congratulations to all the graduates, families, and friends, and thank you in advance for your assistance in making this commencement a most dignified ceremony.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and graduates, we welcome you to Broadneck High School's 38th commencement. I would like to take a moment to introduce our distinguished guests. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Miss Rachel Kennelly, Principal. The Honorable Dana Schallheim, Vice President, Board of Education. The Honorable Robert Silkworth, Member, Board of Education. The Honorable Drake Smith, Student Member of the Board. Dr. Maureen McMahon, Deputy Superintendent for Academics and Strategic Initiatives. Dr. Daryl Kennedy, Regional Assistant Superintendent. Miss Lisa Leithoff, Regional Assistant Superintendent. The Honorable Amanda Fiedler, County Councilwoman, District 5. The Honorable Heather Bagnall, State Delegate, District 33. Mr. Nathan Johnson, Assistant Principal and Senior Class Administrator. Miss Melissa Quigley, Senior Class Advisor. Miss Jennifer Sweeney, Senior Class Advisor. And Miss Greta Lunsford Poe, Senior Class Speaker. Thank you. Teachers, parents, guests, and fellow graduates, my name is Gabriella Ascione, and I am the Senior Class President of the graduating class of 2021. Standing here in front of you all, I must admit, this is a moment I've dreamt of from the moment I won my first election my freshman year. And now, seeing all of you, all of your parents, all of your loved ones, and all of my loved ones, it's hard to believe how emotional I really am that this time has finally come. Hundreds of individual high school experiences are staring up at me right now, waiting for me to wax poetic about our past 4 years together. And to be honest with you guys, I've never really been that good at poetry. But I do have a few things I feel are meaningful to us. To the class cut short of a senior year due to a virus, to the class which we all belong to, this is for you. This is for us, and this is for those who did not make it to this point. We are united by the year from which we graduate high school, and I could not be more proud. One of my most vivid memories from freshman year has to be our first day of school. It feels as though just yesterday we were all crammed into the auditorium, almost 600 us, wide-eyed and curious, as Mr. Todd bellowed, "These will be the fastest 4 years of your life. Blink and you'll miss it." It didn't feel that fast when I was waking up to the moon at 6 a.m. on a cold Monday morning, or when I studied for hours upon hours for my chemistry exam and still failed. However, the broom blocks spent with my friends, getting food after school to postpone doing our homework, and Friday nights in Noe's basement are among the many memories I will take away from these past 4 years. Suddenly, the early mornings, the late nights, the sleep deprivation, the failed tests, the late assignments, the notes, and the PowerPoints have all blurred together and aren't as devastating as they once seemed to be. These experiences, the hardships each of us have inevitably suffered from, and the happy moments we wish lasted just a second longer, have changed us from the children who nervously and confusedly trembled into Broadneck High School in the fall of 2017 into the graduated young adults who sit here today. The toughest challenge of them all, the pandemic, which ended our normal high school careers on March 13th, 2020, has proven itself to be an obstacle we have not only faced, but have overtaken with stride. Although life is nowhere near where it once was, I didn't think we're even going to get a graduation, and I think that counts for something, right? To be here as a whole class after a year of social distancing and limited capacities and online school is now a privilege I am ecstatic to share with my classmates and our loved ones. We all sit here together just one more time to celebrate the end of our lives as we know them. And not to be cliche, but we know when one door closes, another one opens. Today marks the opening of that adult life door, a new chapter, a clean slate, unfamiliar and exciting, just as high school once was to us all. If there's one thing you remember from this speech, I hope it's that Mark Twain once said, "I have never let my schooling interfere with my education." We live in a generation where information sits at our fingertips. We are the change the world so desperately needs. And on some scale, we have already changed the world. It is our oyster after all, and it's up to us to find our pearls. Thank you. I now have the pleasure of introducing the Honorable Dana Schalheim, who brings greetings from the Board of Education. Dana Schalheim was elected to represent Councilmanic District 5 on the Board of Education of Anne Arundel County in November 2018 and begin a 6-year term on December 3rd of 2018. Mrs. Schalheim was born and raised in Los Angeles County, California. She holds a bachelor's degree in business administration from Western Washington University and a master of business administration from University of Brighton, England. She is currently an at-home parent, volunteer, and advocate. She volunteers regularly at her daughter's school and for a variety of nonprofit organizations. Before having her daughter, Mrs. Schalheim was an energy consultant on behalf of the U.S. Department of Energy and private utility clients. In that role, she executed energy efficiency and renewable energy programs. Mrs. Schalheim and her husband, Jason, have lived all over the country and currently reside in Severna Park with their daughter. Highlights of her 32-year volunteer career include being named the ACLU of Mississippi's Volunteer of the Year and leading a campaign through the Children's Organ Transplant Association that raised $80,000. She was also recognized by Anne Arundel County Public Schools for volunteering more than 300 hours during the 2017-2018 school year.
Congratulations, class of 2021. The Board of Education of Anne Arundel County hereby wishes to extend congratulations to you, your loved ones, family, and friends who guided and stood by you all along the way. What an unbelievable year. I never thought, not even for a second, that the 2020-2021 school year would be this unique. And yet, finally, we have some pomp thanks to the improving circumstances. You all endured a year of mostly all virtual learning, which likely included glitchy videos or internet issues, isolation, loneliness, and frustration. No one wished this for you for your senior year. It's been difficult and mentally exhausting, You've missed your friends, teachers, classmates, teammates, and a pre-pandemic high school day. You may feel angry, sad, and disappointed that your senior year was anything but typical. But despite the hurdles, you rose above. You overcame the challenges and persevered. You pushed through and finished strong. I applaud your resiliency, determination, and strength. You inspire me. We are finally at the finish line in terms of your time with Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Today, and because of your hard work and determination, you become high school graduates. You should all be immensely proud of this accomplishment. From here on out, life will be what you make it. While this has been somewhat true throughout your high school career, you will now be fully in charge of your destiny, whether that's attending college or a trade school, entering the workforce, or joining the military. Your entire adult life is now in front of you. Endless possibilities. Make good choices. Never charge what you can't pay off that month. If you don't already, learn how to do your own laundry and cook for yourself. Listen to those you trust. Don't ever try to be anyone but yourself. You can become anything you want to be. You are always enough. Never be shy about asking for help. Use your voice. Advocate for what you believe in. Get involved with your community. Be the change you seek. Follow your heart. Reach for the stars. As I have in prior years, I will close with my favorite quote by Dr. Seuss from the timeless "Oh, the Places You'll Go." Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it.
Mrs. Schallheim, the class of 2021 would like to thank you for joining us today. Your kind words of wisdom will be remembered as we move forward in life's journey. Please join me in welcoming Greta Lunsford Poe, who will address our class.
My favorite quote of all time comes from famous American author Jack Kerouac. If you haven't heard of Kerouac, don't worry. I hadn't either until my 9th grade history teacher, Mr. Vilwalk, introduced my class to him. The quote goes like this: "I saw that my life was a vast, glowing, empty page, and I could do anything I wanted." Now, you're probably thinking the speech is going to be about how we seniors are able to accomplish big things. We should reach for the stars. That's been said enough. We know we're capable of greatness. Whether it be teaching us the Spanish alphabet song, exploring what the turtle in the grapes of wrath symbolizes, I'm still not entirely sure, or giving us feedback after tests. Our teachers have diligently invested their time and effort in us. They believe in our potential. It's rare and exceedingly difficult, however, for us to really believe in ourselves. So how do we become our own cheerleader looking forward? And more importantly, how did Broadneck help us to prepare? When I think of Broadneck, I think of one word: cultivation. At the root, no pun intended, of being a Bruin is being a green thumb of sorts. I'm not talking about our environmental literacy program, though that's another thing we ought to pride ourselves on. When I say green thumb, I mean it a little more figuratively. Broadneck forces you to make something out of yourself. Even if you don't think you've created something in your time here, you have. You've written an essay in English, or painted something in art, or created a DNA model in biology. Maybe at the time you found these things annoying. Maybe you still do. If you're like me, for instance, you still need to mentally prepare for a Socratic seminar. But the point still stands. You made it. Yes, Our lives may feel like empty pages right now, but only because they've been full for so long. We need not fear the future. Being a Bruin has given us a pen to write with. If we roll up our sleeves and get to work, we'll have our next chapter composed in no time. In true Annapolitan fashion, we have filled the wind in our sails and soared forward through choppy waters. Maybe we hit a few rocks, and that's okay. But our boats kept going, our pen kept writing, and we carried on. Our senior year has been exceedingly difficult, but we made it. Not everyone who started this journey with us freshman year did. At this time, I would like for us to take a moment to remember Will Cohn, a student and a friend who we miss dearly. In closing, I encourage you to fill up your pages and your sails as you see fit. Great things will be waiting for you if only you choose to write them into your story. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask our principal, Miss Rachel Kennelly, to come forward to address our class and announce the class of 2021 senior honorees.
Vice President Schallheim, Dr. McMahon, Dr. Kennedy, Ms. Lighthoff, distinguished guests, fellow Bruin faculty and staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2021, it is an honor to be here with you today, finally. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank the amazing team who planned and prepared for this ceremony. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Jacoby, Ms. Quigley, and Ms. Sweeney, Ms. Boynton, and so many others, your efforts over the last months and your flexibility and adaptability between Tuesday evening and this morning have given us this beautiful ceremony today. I also want to thank the incredible faculty and staff of Broadneck High School, from the teachers, counselors, and administrators who have spent the last 15 months recreating the profession they love, to the food services staff who have made sure our community is fed and cared for every day, every meal, to our unbelievable operations team who goes above and beyond to make sure our facilities have been clean and safe, to every parent, family member, and friend who has stepped up and lent a hand to make this past year go as smoothly as possible. The Broadneck Peninsula is a special place. Thank you all. I would be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge a group of people who have made today possible. The team of AACPS staff who are currently out there parking, cleaning up, and being security, who gave up their week and now their Saturday to make sure our ceremony and others are enjoyable. Today's effort is the true embodiment of sacrifice, understanding, selflessness, and teamwork, and we are grateful. Class of 2021, I remember 4 years ago watching you get off your buses and out of your parents' cars. You stepped onto campus for the first time as a high school student, greeted by our drumline, our mascot, and even some familiar faces from teachers at Severn River and Magathie River Middle Schools to help calm those first day of school nerves. You crowded into the auditorium, anxiously looking for friends. You laughed at a slideshow filled with 8th grade pictures that your parents had sent in. You began to learn what it was like to be a Bruin. Later that day, we set you free in the halls, and we wondered which one of you would get lost the most and who would be the first to ask about the pool on the roof. For the record, there is no pool on the roof. Your teachers introduced themselves and the Bruin way to you. You found comfort in seeing old friends and joy in making new ones. We gathered on the turf, played silly team building games, and enjoyed a cold treat from the Kona ice truck. You watched dance company, drumline, and cheerleaders perform. Some of you competed for prizes like a free ticket to your very first homecoming dance or a coveted 10-game athletics pass. That day, you went home overwhelmed, excited, and just beginning your journey as a Bruin. Fast forward 4 years, and here we are at the end of your Bruin journey. Except I don't want to fast forward. This class has accomplished more in your high school years than could have ever been imagined or expected of you. In your 4 years, many of you excelled academically. Many others of you struggled, persevered, and finally triumphed to make it across the stage today. You created art that hung in our halls and was showcased in our community and beyond. You committed to a magnet program that nurtured your talents and gave you access to music professionals from all over the area. In 4 years, you set personal records and battled your way to county, region, and state championships. The sound of the marching band taking their ceremonial walk to the stadium made Friday nights even more special. You won prestigious awards for your musical talents, your robotics designs, and your dedication to preserving our environment. You filled the stands and cheered for your classmates week after week. You dedicated yourselves to service through NHS, Habitat for Humanity, the Polar Bear Plunge, or the Dance-a-thon. You taught classes that came in behind you what being a Bruin really means. You left your mark on Broadneck history. 15 months ago, the world forever changed the course of your high school career and young adult life. The great Maya Angelou said, "You may not control all of the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Class of 2021, I know you mourn the heartbreak and loss of this year. We mourn it with you. But let me remind you what you also did in the face of unbelievable adversity. You finished high school online. Some of you did so while caring for younger siblings and their own online learning. You applied to colleges without being able to visit them. You continued to apply for and earn millions of dollars in scholarships. You got a job, maybe more than one, to help your family through a period of hardship. You were the person who helped a family member or friend through a dark and difficult time. You cared enough to be there for each other, to advocate for one another, to stand up for the mental health and human rights of all. Bruins, that is the most impressive list of accomplishments of any class in our 38 years. You have certainly not been reduced by the events that happened to you. When you reflect on this year, I hope you think of the moments that were bright, not just what you lost out on. I want to share 4 of my brightest moments from this year with you. The first, December 22nd, the virtual winter music concert. I logged into the Google Meet, unsure of what I'd see, but confident it would be great. But beyond the incredible talent on display and the obvious hours upon hours of work that went into putting together the production, what was most special to me was watching the chat box during and after each performance. The love and support and praise for your fellow students was inspiring. The second is March 8th, the first day students returned to the building. I stood out front beaming with excitement from behind my mask, seeing students on campus for the first time after so long. My eyes turned toward the senior parking lot, where it dawned on me that seniors were for the first time parking on campus in their parking lot. As a group approached school, I said good morning, and one of you responded by throwing your hands in the air and shouting, "We're home." I did not do a very good job of holding back tears. The third was just the other day on June 4th, the return of the student section. Small but mighty, seniors showed up to cheer on our lacrosse teams on senior night, signs in hand, coordinated outfits and all. It was an incredible sight and one I have missed so much. And finally, today may be the brightest day of them all, figuratively, of course. You will forget a lot about this ceremony, but you will never forget how you feel on this day. Triumphant, nostalgic, excited, and proud. You see, even in a very dark year, bright spots exist. Find your people, create your moments, and make your own bright spots. After what some days feels like an eternity, and other days just the blink of an eye, you are about to join the ranks of Bruin alumni. Somewhere in this class is a future journalist, an actor, a scientist. Sitting amongst you is a small business owner, a musician, and a historian. One day, one of you may very well join us at Broadneck as a teacher or coach. As you move forward into the world, all the accolades, honors, and personal successes won't come easy, and they certainly won't come without the love and support of your families and friends. You will sacrifice and you will stumble. The world doesn't owe you anything, and life isn't always fair. But I want to offer you one piece of advice. Pay the good forward. Honor your own hard work and the people who helped you get where you are by paying it forward to the next generation. To quote Harriet Tubman, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Bruins, your strength, patience, and passion will carry you wherever you want to go. Your years at Broadneck are not defined by a GPA, a 4-year varsity plaque, a thunderstorm or 2 in June, or even by a global pandemic. Your legacy is what you do with the knowledge, skills, and lessons that you've learned here. Thank you for letting us be a part of this chapter of your journey. We look forward to watching the next one unfold from afar. Thank you for your contributions to our school and community. We are better because of you. Now it's time for you to show the world what it means to be a Bruin. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you. The Latin Honors System recognizes exceptional academic achievement by graduating students and is delineated into 3 levels of honors. Cum laude, or with honors, is for all students who have received a 3.4 or higher unweighted GPA calculated after the 7th semester of high school. These students are recognized today with a bronze stole. Will all cum laude students please stand so that we may applaud your achievements? Magna cum laude, or with great honors, is for students who have earned a 4.0 weighted GPA. These students are recognized today by their silver stoles. Will all students who have earned magna cum laude please stand to be recognized? And finally, summa cum laude, or with highest honors, is for all students who have earned a 4.3 weighted GPA or higher. These seniors are wearing gold stoles and will be recognized individually when their name is called as they receive their diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Dana Schalheim, Vice President of the Anne Arundel County Board of Education, is pleased to join me in recognizing our graduating class of 2021. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Broadneck High School, I recommend to you the members of the class of 2021 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland Diploma and Certificate.
All right, here we go. By virtue of the authority vested in the Anne Arundel County Board of Education under the laws of the State of Maryland, I do now award diplomas and certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of the prescribed course of studies to the students of Broadneck High School who have been recommended for graduation by the faculty and staff of this school.
Gabriella Ascione, summa cum laude.
Helena Margareta Lunsford Poe, summa cum laude. George Alexander Witt, valedictorian, summa cum laude.
Andrew Keeley, salutatorian, summa cum laude.
Lucien Behringer, summa cum laude.
Riley Finazzo.
Anna Catherine Green, summa cum laude.
Abigail Elizabeth Kerr, summa cum laude.
Noelani Alexander Segree.
Zoe Summer Shevitz.
Riley Elizabeth Snowden.
Florence Riley Tion.
Alexis May Aby.
Justin Abel Jr.
Christopher Ackerman.
Hartley Jane Acosta.
Olivia Adams.
Jalen Craig Allen.
Clinton Albert.
Aline Alton.
Sarah Madison Allgaier.
Jaden Arsigal.
Brittany Tyler Anderson.
Madeline Lenore Avila.
Ernie Arizi.
Grace Naomi Barber.
Allison Ballard.
Preston Blair Barker.
Wyatt Riley Barcliffe. Leah Barrow, summa cum laude.
Robert Joseph Barson.
Jalen Teresa Berry.
Jasmine Angeli Bennett.
Xavier Emipano Bender.
Brooks Stephen Berry.
Brianna Ivory Berger.
Mason Beverly.
Gabrielle Judah Betancourt. Gabriel Judah Betancourt.
Keyshawn Bland.
Kayla Ann Bladzinski, summa cum laude.
Colin Bright, summa cum laude.
Josh Riley Bloomberg.
Jessica Lauren Broti.
Jackson Alexander Bondurant.
Dylan Brooks.
Catherine Price Brock Dorsey.
Gavin Bryant.
Annalise Browerman.
Robert Vincent Oakley Bula.
Jacob Brooks.
Sean Burgess.
Jordan Browning.
Mara Jane Buto.
Owen Davis Buchanan.
Claire Elizabeth Cahall.
Charles Hamilton Bullock.
Morgan Carew.
Bronwyn Ann Burgess.
Emmett Nathaniel Caswell.
Zoe Ariana Butler.
Nathan Cavalier, summa cum laude.
Uyana Calhoun.
Tobin Marie Chambers.
Reagan Carter.
Zanira Samar Chaudre.
Matthew Allen Shabbat.
Azalea Clickinger.
Gabe Clark.
Javier Colazo.
Isaiah Colazo.
Jack Ryan Collier, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Collette.
Amy Cooper.
Brady Thomas Coogan, summa cum laude.
Chase Timothy Corbin.
Savannah Cooper.
Riley Elizabeth Daigle.
Alex Russell Kodua.
Savannah Jean Davidson.
Caitlin Louise Coyle.
Faith Leanne Harrison.
Jalis Anton Cross. Jalen Antoine Cross.
Kai Samuel Davis.
Christian Matthew Croavelli.
Oscar Joseph Diwali.
David Carlson Dallanegra.
Kayla Dennis.
Andrew Davis.
Jordan Donaldson.
Patrick Charles Daney Smith.
Dorico Dorsey.
Dana DeLuca.
Grace Dowell.
Kyler Devereaux.
Aiden Doyle.
Brennan Michael Donnelly.
Audrey Duke.
Kaylin Dove.
Riley Dunn.
Sarah Dowling.
Dylan Ashley Ader.
Tara Pamela Drake.
Christopher Eccles.
Madison Dooley.
Julia Lee Elliott.
Julia Dworkin.
Mary Eskelson.
Gabby Echeverry, summa cum laude.
Jordan Farger.
Brianka Morgan Elliott.
Macy Finter.
Daniel Elson.
Zachary Fletcher, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Evans, summa cum laude.
Colin Foley.
Catherine Figueres, summa cum laude.
Alyssa Fortune.
Josiah Fisher.
Benjamin Frame.
Brian Foley.
Scott Frazee.
Anya Forti.
Christopher Jordan Frederick.
Brittany Leanne Fowler.
Allison Frone.
Mackenzie Leanne Franklin.
Sean Garlington.
Chase Friday.
Cecilia Gazelle.
Alejandro Garcia.
Nicole Lianco Giannin.
Isabel Guerin.
Caitlin Mariel Gillespie.
Jack Geisel.
Marissa Gilmore.
Grace Gilbert.
Alec David Goldfadden.
Michael Gilliam.
Lillian Marie Galladay.
Emmanuel Glava.
Tyler Stephen James Graves.
Neva Goldstein, summa cum laude.
Alexa Catherine Grider.
Arnell Gonley. Arnell Gonley.
Jordan Gruss.
Austin James Greenlee, summa cum laude.
Lauren Nicole June.
Caden Grow.
Isabella Sophia Gutierrez.
Abigail Georgia Greskowitz.
Emily Elizabeth Hahn.
Victor Manuel Gutierrez Lyons.
Morgan Elizabeth Hall.
Gabriel William Hackney.
Madeline Louise Hamilton.
Alexander Hall.
Kate Michelle Harmon, summa cum laude.
Lauren Reed Hamilton, summa cum laude.
Alec Hartman.
Mia Isabella Harden.
Mahmoud Hassan.
Amanda Sophia Hartman.
John Heisch.
John Heckman.
Marcus Aaron Herman.
Madison Herbert, summa cum laude.
Jaden Andrew Hessian.
Catherine Evelyn Hirschfeld.
Evan Matthew Hilborn.
Caroline Cora Hicks.
Brooke Elizabeth Hiltner.
Ariana Hill.
Elisa Ann Barkley Hines, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Hindman.
Griffin Thomas Hinkle.
Finn Austin Taylor Hines.
David Allen Holdsclaw.
Rachel Ann Hershon, summa cum laude.
Wyatt Humphrey.
Ryan Scott Holtzclaw.
Florence Eliza Hurley.
Millie Ann Huntington, summa cum laude.
Victor Zavel Abera.
Adam Wilson Hurt.
Christian Izquierdo.
Connor Ittner.
Jake Palmer Jacoby.
Brandon Jackson.
Anaya Jefferson.
Samuel Robert Jacobs.
Michael Hiroshi Sioki Jerome.
Jaron Jasper.
Haley Rose Johnson.
Thomas Joseph Jenkins.
Loske Antoine Johnson.
Annalisa Rose Jimenez.
Annie Chauvenet Jones.
Ayana Kaye Johnson.
Camille Catherine Jones.
Aiden Bryce Jones, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Renee Jones.
Ethan Jones.
Anthony Mills Joswick.
August Marianne Jordan.
Merrick Casa.
Soren Fredericks Campson.
Olivia Keith.
Will Kaplinski.
Samuel Kelly.
Savannah Keckler, summa cum laude.
Joshua Stanley Kilgore.
Abigail Keller.
Grace Canuthia.
Emily Kennick.
Riley Ruth Coble.
Allie Kinley.
Josh Kovac.
Lucas Matthias Kocher.
Genesis Ledoux.
Jacqueline Kopernick.
Brooke Larson.
Cameron Kresher.
Madison Lightman.
Autumn Rose Langlois.
Dakota Leach.
Sydney Michelle Lawler.
Alex Reed Lurka.
Haley Leesner.
Zion Amira Lasor. Demetra Lewis.
Christy Margaret Lighthoff.
Ross Lightfoot.
Brenna Macy Levin.
Juliana Marion Lindstrom.
Olivia Lacassi, summa cum laude.
Sophia Elizabeth Ladico.
Nathan Lime, summa cum laude.
Grace Elizabeth Luders.
Ryan Alexander Lipchek.
Everett Lanier Luoma.
Griffin James Loftus.
Kara Nicole Lynch.
Kaya Elizabeth Louis.
Charlotte Grace Madden.
Adriana Marie Lazio, summa cum laude.
Haruna Mayama.
Braille Mac Hardman.
Hope Elizabeth Molly.
Adam West Martins.
Sean Edmund Mangan.
James Monado.
Skylar Martin.
Anthony James Maltese.
Sabrina Emily Martinez.
Dragon Madley Marion.
Emily Rose May.
Layla Sade Lewis.
Gwendolyn Elizabeth McCarran.
Haley Mason.
William McCracken, summa cum laude.
Joshua David May.
Bridget McAway, summa cum laude.
William McChesney.
Patrick Gerard McGinley.
Cade Joseph McDonald.
Audrey Lorena Cochran McNeil.
Colin Jacob McGinley.
Giovanni Joseph Michael John.
Carly Carol McKinney.
Lillian Maysarch, summa cum laude.
Sarah Catherine Mead.
Grayson Miller.
Faith Melton.
Andrew Aspinwall Millette.
Jay Meza.
Cassie Mary Monahan.
Jacob Wesley Miller.
Catherine Noemi Montana.
Carolyn Elizabeth Mish.
Simon Moore.
Riley Alexandra Montaigne.
Avery Grace Morrison, summa cum laude.
Anna Sorrell Moody.
Jake Austin Moschetto.
Haley Ann Morgan.
Ryan Munley.
Brandon Michael Morse.
Aiden Christopher Myers.
Nicholas David Moss.
Rebecca Joe Natal.
Mitchell Murray.
Lily Newquist.
Rachel Elizabeth Nuttall.
Sade Destine Nick.
Lillian Elizabeth Newman.
Sarah Genevieve Norris.
Caitlin Cameron Norris.
Arden Odell.
Cameron Alexander Norton.
Austin O'Neill, summa cum laude.
May Sinclair O'Hurley.
Mac Conley O'Quinn III.
Sonny O'Shea.
Samuel Edward Ogden.
Alan Orr.
Cecilia Oliver, summa cum laude.
Julian Alexander Palmer.
Maria Teresa Pacturin.
Armani Marcel Parker.
Samyukta Pont.
Jason Paris.
Colin Parker.
Emily Claire Farr, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Passon, summa cum laude.
Ella Jane Phillips, summa cum laude.
Sarah Elizabeth Farr.
Rowan Polarski.
Serafel Phillips.
Abigail Pittman.
Raymond Anthony Pioli.
Chase Poole.
Kendall Elizabeth Plude.
Asher Devereaux Porter.
Dylan Poole.
Enrica Andreas Provencio.
Rashid Malik Proctor Jr.
Alondra Mirares Bartzar.
McKenna Elizabeth Quigley, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Rawlings.
Destiny Jade Raja.
Travis Brant Ray Jr.
Zonair Kwazafi Rana.
Diana Rose Reddy.
Kelsey Emma Ray.
Natalie Rose Reed.
Zachary Ray.
Nicholas Ramol.
Patrick Armstrong Redmond.
Brianna Hope Reezy.
Aaron Madison Riley.
Nathan Roberts.
Deidrick Lamont Ricks.
Caitlin Rossner.
Christina May Riffle.
Deja Russ.
David John Rosencoder.
Aaron Rutledge.
Maxwell Cooper Ruby, summa cum laude.
Kate Elizabeth Ryan, summa cum laude.
Alexander James Russo.
Owen Christopher Sages.
Karina Reuter, summa cum laude.
John Michael Saltzman.
Logan Ryan.
Mara Sapienza.
Sophia Jean Sala, summa cum laude.
Cole Patrick Scanlon.
Brianna Ellen Sanders.
Trinity Elizabeth Schindler.
Joseph Saros.
Bryn Schlesinger, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Schilling.
Lorelei Elizabeth Schumer.
Jacob William Schlepper.
Maya Schwartz.
Ryan Anthony Schultz.
Connor Ryan Schweikert.
Reed Shunky, summa cum laude.
Garrett Andrew Senko.
James Luke Schwenk.
Brianna Lee Sherman.
Thomas Seeley.
Tice Siegel.
Aaron Shabanpour.
Jacob Stephen Siffel.
Faith Andrea Shute.
Abigail Taylor Smith.
Emma Noel Sievenpiper, summa cum laude.
McKenna Riley Smith.
Grace Virginia Slavin, summa cum laude.
Skylar Jordan Smith.
Jerome Frost Smith IV.
Blakely Craig Snyder.
Morgan Alexandra Smith.
Emily Gabrielle Soto.
Tyler Stewart Smith.
Carson Sprouse.
Diana Lisbeth Somoza.
Kyle Douglas Stargell Jr.
Connor Spears.
Aiden Stewart.
Sophie K. Stanley.
Mason Stillwell.
Ethan Christopher Sterner.
Emily Elizabeth Stone.
Jenna Claire Stickle.
Thomas Strandquist, summa cum laude.
Masane Adamo Miriam Donald Steinley.
Allison Mackenzie Stringfield.
Lilia Hannah Strangquist, summa cum laude.
Sebastian Swartz.
Haley Margaret Stratford.
Kayla Tedford.
Laurel Elizabeth Sullivan, summa cum laude.
Jordan Tyler Thomas.
Henry Chandler Taylor.
Sean Thompson.
Angelo Thomas.
Elizabeth Tillum.
Jada Marie Thompson.
Lindsay Gwen Tober.
Brandon Allen Thrasher.
Mila Trader.
Margot Grace Tigemeyer.
Isabel Trella.
Christina Tobin.
Haley Marie Turner.
Nicholas Toskov.
Erica Link Baylor.
Ariadne Isis Treeman Ranke.
Elizabeth Van Meter.
Brendan Michael Turner.
Will Varley.
Hannah Elizabeth Erlock.
Andrew Wagner.
Anthony Nicholas Valentine.
Delaney Moran Walker.
Marichelle Itzel Vega.
Logan Walsh.
Patrick Wagner.
Kestrel Rain Watson.
Keontae Diego Wallace.
Ronald Weed, summa cum laude.
Angelina Sophia Ward.
Emma Marlowe Welts.
Jake Webb.
Caleb Andrew Weston.
Raymond Weiss.
Benjamin Francis White.
Lindsay Winkos, summa cum laude.
Lucy White.
Andrew White.
Gabriella Zofia Wicker.
Bradley James White.
Lydia Joy Willett, summa cum laude.
Thomas Matthew Whittinghill.
Olivia Tamia Wilson.
Chris Wiles.
Molly Wilson, summa cum laude.
Kayla Cheyenne Williams.
Clarissa Jade Windsor.
Andrea Michelle Williams.
James Andrew Woodward Jr.
Jawan Wilson.
Gabby Warden.
Tucker Wilson.
Grace Young, summa cum laude.
Ainsley Woodfin. Victoria Kristen Woolley. Tyler Ray Worley. Zoe Shaw Zabatakis. Okay. Sebastian Baez Pagan. Jace Dominic. Julia A. Dominic. Mariah Elizabeth Dominic. Eric Jason Foraker, summa cum laude. Luke Garner. Malia Giroux. Adele Hare, summa cum laude. Ashton Itzel. Nathan Thomas Jones. Maddie Link. Chalet Angel McClure. Emily Louise Schultz, summa cum laude. Ellen Kerr Sherman. Raven Ellen Hester Toms. Ella Grace Tomko, summa cum laude. Jude Holden Worth.
Graduates, please stand. We entered the arena today as students, and we will leave here today as alumni. To signify that we are graduates of Broadneck High School and have been awarded a Maryland State Department of Education diploma or certificate, we will now move our tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Broadneck High School class of 2021 will begin the recessional at this time.
Ready, let's go.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. On every second in this world could give, I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. Every second in this world could give, I saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived.